Good morning, gentlemen. Active Aussie here. Early Wednesday afternoon. I'm at the Black Swamp, which is at Cleveland, just east of Brisbane. And I came across this place in early February 2023. And if I'm in the area, occasionally I'll call in here. It's very peaceful, a very beautiful place. It's on the edge of Alexandria Hills, which is not really famous for anything apart from thousands of single mothers and its juvenile crime problem. I just want to talk about something that I've noticed again recently, which I feel is like a technique and a hook which is used to reel in gullible men. And this is women who pretend not to be materialistic. They will say things like, I'm a gold digger, not a gold digger. And I've seen this on various social media sites, and occasionally I still look at some dating sites, and I've put a few dummy profiles on dating sites before, and on some of them you can list your annual income, and it's amazing the amount of responses you get if you put like 50k a year as your income, or 100k, 120k, etc. But I digress. I mainly want to talk about how this I'm not a gold digger, I'm not materialistic line is a type of hook, and it's bait, and it's a type of hook for very gullible sort of men out there, a type of deception. And there are many gals who pretend they are not materialistic and they don't want money, they don't need men's help, but in reality they really do. And it's not just Western gals. I used to notice this with Chinese women, with quite a few Filipinas. Men think these gals don't want their money, but after they get seriously involved with them or they marry them, they find out that's not the case, and that these gals were greedy all the time and were just misleading and deceiving these guys. Maybe you've come across this sort of thing yourself. And just a little aside, I used to know a guy from Taiwan who was quite well off, quite wealthy, and he owned a few restaurants. And he had a nice Mercedes, but a friend of his had a late model Porsche, and he would get his friend to park the Porsche outside of his restaurant. This was like a type of social experiment. And he would watch the expressions, the looks on the gals' faces when this guy with the brand new Porsche would park and come into the restaurant. Then he did the same thing with a friend of his who had what you could say was a crappy car, and you would not see much of a response, even if the guy was very good looking. He did this experiment quite a few times, and I was there and I watched it. This was like way back in 2014 or 2015. So it's quite easy to prove either online or in real life that most women are very superficial. So you've got all these stupid PUAs out there who are misleading gullible men, average men, but the reality is that most women only care about money, or they just want guys who are very good looking, or guys who are both very good looking, very attractive, and who also have money. This is 2024, and hypergamy is just out of control, as we know. That's about all I wanted to say. I'm going to head on back to the car, head on back to Brisbane now. Just been out and about down here in the east doing a few things. It's a magnificent day. I really treasure these sort of days. That's about all for now, and I'll talk to you again soon.